What's going on, guys? Mike McFarland here, the Lake Fork fishing guide, owner of McFarland Fishing. I am absolutely exhausted. Been light to dark every single day this week. It's finally getting hot, hot, hot. This afternoon, no wind, just slicked over, hottest day of the year. Soaking wet, stinky, sweaty, but I promise you I'm going to do all I can to get you a rundown, and here it comes. I'm going to give you a rundown. It's going to be a little shorter than normal. We got the skier event here. It looks like everything's set up and ready to go. Awesome event, one of the best events right here on Lake Fork, held at a Lake Fork Marina Motel. Man, everything looks so good. Fishing's good. Let's give you a little report about the lake. We talked on Tuesday. You should see that report there. Really a whole lot has not changed in lake levels or clarity, but we have in the water temperatures. We're finally having less winds, no winds. Today was a good warm trend. And now remember, this is just the surface temperature, the subsurface temperature. But little by little, we were creeping up. The morning temperature this morning was 80.1. When I took the boat off the water, mid-lake main body was 86.7. So that temperature is really good right there. And that's what drives those fish for me. What I like to see more and more offshore to those deeper, cooler holes, those long points, those humps, those roads, those shell beds, those deep summer holes, suspending out in the deep water in trees. But it pushes them out offshore. Okay, so the lake conditions are in great shape. The bite, the public here. First of all, the weather's still going to be pretty good. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. There's a south wind blowing tomorrow. I believe a south wind again on Saturday and Sunday. So it looks pretty good for the conditions. Looks like the sign up is pretty darn good. There's a lot of anglers, a lot. Usually they have around 850 to 1,100 boats, 2,000 plus individual signups. I expect somewhere in the same, regardless of gas prices and regardless of the low lake conditions. So remember a couple quick things. The lake is low. If you need to, stop at Lake Fork Marina, get you the Lake Fork Super Trails. This is the trails. It's more than the boat lanes. It's got guide lanes. It's got backwater lanes. This here is very important at the low lake to keep you idling safe without bumping, banging, or ruining your engine. Also helps you expedite. You can literally expedite your way back into the coves and out of the coves in a much faster fashion, saving you time, okay? It's endorsed by the MLF anglers. It was used by the BASS Elite anglers. They all endorse and use it. Everybody loves it. Lake Fork Super Trails, okay? Simple download to your Humminbirds or your Lowrance units. Get it at Fisherman's One Stop, Axton's, or Lake Fork Marina Motel. Be sure and get that. With the lake down, it is dangerous. The buoys have slack, so the buoys are floating around. You're going to have 1,100 boats going everywhere, passing each other. Man, somebody, God forbid, is going to wreck their boat this weekend. Many people will thump stumps. Many people will wreck the bottoms of their boat. Don't be you. Let it not be you. Go cautious. Take it easy. Give way a little more than you normally would in some of these places where these boats are coming and going like crazy. This event is going to be dangerous with the low lake. All right. Publicly, I usually don't give you a whole lot of information about how to catch the fish. I want to drive you to the members only channel. However, I'm still extremely grateful that you subscribe, period, to the public channel. In the past, I've done more things like lessons in the public channel, even some fishing shows in the public channel, and those will return in the future when I find the time. Right now, I'm booked 6 days a week, solid all the way into July now, with only a few straggling days available for trips. But when I slow down, mostly in the fall, I will go back to doing some standard public lessons, fishing lessons, tips, tricks, and there will be some fishing shows available for you. So I want you to know that I'm very grateful for the public subscription. And I do want to give you some good information. You can still drop shot the brush piles. That hasn't changed. Maybe throw in the color tomato. It's a great color. The color tomato and a trick worm is perfect color on the brush piles in about 8 to 12 feet of water. Find those brush piles with your side scan, points, do nothing shorelines. Go out in front of some of those do nothing shorelines. Put the boat in 20 and side scan. When you see those brush piles, put your cursor on, make a mark, and go back and make 10 casts to that brush pile. You'll be surprised what you catch out of it. But 8 to 12 feet brush piles with drop shots and small shaky heads. Little tiny creature baits like baby brush hogs. The chigger craw from Berkeley Chigger Craw. The small baits will catch those unders. Okay, another really, really good bait right now to catch the unders, believe it or not, is the Yellow Magic popper, and the smaller popper in alewife. If it's cloudy, have a silver, blue back, but the popper and a white and/or white chartreuse buzz bait. This bait is working really good along a lot of the bluff walls of the bridges. Not the bridges themselves and the girders, but those bluffs that the roads have. Those I don't know how they would call them. They're not riprap. We don't have riprap chunk rock, but we have those concrete bluffs that the roads and all the bridges have. Look for the birds, the blue herons, and go throw you a buzz bait in front of them or one of these small poppers. You can also throw those poppers and buzz baits on some of the points. Find the blue herons, look for those small flatted points, and there is a really good morning bite. It's quick and short, maybe an hour, hour and a half, but you can catch a lot of unders with a few mixed slots, okay? That's kind of all I got for you. The report still stands for Tuesday. Everything I told you on Tuesday is still there. And I'd love, again, to invite you to the Members Only channel. Please come over to the Members Only channel. It's $4.99. Try it once. How many jigs, how many worms, how many crankbaits have you lost in a Lake Fork? To the trees, to the wood, to the bottom. Man, one time, give me one shot. Subscribe to the channel. If you don't like it at the end of the month, unsubscribe, and it costs you $4.99. No loss. Come on, I guarantee you that you will gain. I'm getting ready to show everybody. Again, once again, last night, Brooke and I, was it last night? Yes, last night, Brooke and I. So yesterday was kind of tough during the day. It was kind of a grind. I finished up my trip at 3 o'clock. Last night, Brooke and I roll out at 4 o'clock. From 4 to 7, no fish. We pull up on one spot, one magical spot, and have 4 bites in 20 minutes. That would have, if we'd have landed all the fish, we'd have had excessive of 30 pounds. We land 2 8-pounders, and then I proceed to hook one that's as big or bigger than the 8 that I just caught. It wraps me up on a tree. I can't get to it fast enough. It breaks the line. 10 minutes later, Brooke does the exact same thing. Those big fish, we are on them. I'm not being arrogant. I'm being grateful. Brooke and I have hammered the big fish this year, as good, maybe better than anybody else out on that lake since March. Since these big fish started doing their thing, the low lake is right up my avenue. We've been putting the boat in the right place. That's the number one thing. And throwing the right stuff. Hey, sometimes you got to try things and figure things out. Brooke's really done good with that, experimenting with different baits, and she's done so well in catching those giant fish. I want you to subscribe to the Members Only channel. Give us a chance to tell you what we're doing. I guarantee you, you won't regret it. All right? So thank you so much, public. I appreciate you watching. I'm fixing to do Members Only right now. So subscribe and check it out for the Skeeter Owners event. Wish you all great luck. Someone's going to win a boat with a big fish, and someone's going to win a really, really nice four-wheeler, I don't know what they call them, off-road machine with the biggest under. I'm Mike McFarland, the Lake Fork guy.